Next question and the last question. What do you understand by the integrated rural development, and examine integrated rural development program of India and also briefly highlight about the DWCRA. Now again in this question you have to give more focus to this concept, examination of the integrated rural development program of India. This question is as it is taken from the syllabus book of your APPSC. Currently government is not running this program, but however since this is mentioned in your syllabus book, I have framed the question on it. Most of the people are not aware about the concept of integrated rural development. I thought let's make a question and make the people aware of its concept. So before IRDP was introduced, there were many policies which were trying to address poverty alleviation, and all those policies were fragmented in nature. They were dissected. Every policy was doing its own thing but to achieve the same objective. So government thought with this fragmented approach they are not able to bring the development in an integrated format. They are not able to reduce the poverty, they are not able to increase the employment. So they felt such kind of fragmented approach should be discontinued. There should be a comprehensive approach. So they have introduced the integrated rural development program. This rural development program has 4 major principles. This is a very important point of this entire question. So this principles talks about sectoral integration, spatial integration, social and economic integration. So this is talking about integration of the various schemes, development of various regions together. So it is not talking about isolated development. It is talking about collaboration approach. It is talking about conversation approach. All the sectors should be developed properly. Economic sector, industrial sector, agriculture sector, and these economic sectors should be developed. Along with this, there should be proper development of the social sector, vulnerable section, women's, backward sections. All these sections should be properly developed. So there should be social and economic process, integration of the social and economic process, spatial integration. That means different rural areas should be properly developed, and these rural areas should be integrated with the development of the urban areas. Then this will be continuum, rural and urban continuum. It would not look like rural areas totally backward and urban areas totally developed and there is no relation or link between it. No. Proper development of the rural areas and proper interlinkages and convergence between the rural areas and the urban areas. And also there should be integration of the different schemes, sectoral schemes. This is what it covers. Integrated rural development covers 4 principal dimensions: sectoral program integration, spatial integrations, and integration of the social and economic process, and above all these policies with a view to achieve better fit between growth, reduction in poverty and the employment generation. So this is talking about the convergence model. Along with this convergence model, what they do is they select people based on the poverty line. Currently we do not have such concept of poverty line selection, the people based on the poverty line. In this scheme they selected people based on the poverty line and they given the skill to them. They provided the skill so that people will become self-reliant. They are able to generate the employment. People will also be given credit facilities so that they develop their own livelihood based activities. They will be trained, like we have Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So all these things were implemented there. Along with this, proper infrastructure promotion by convergence of various other schemes. So all those things will be collaborated and more preference would be given to the vulnerable sections, weaker sections, women, backward communities. And also promotion will be done for the agriculture and forward and backward linkages between the agriculture and small cottage industries. And also transport facilities will be developed so that rural areas and urban areas are properly connected. So these are the components of your main features of your integrated rural development program, which is given here. So it could generate whatever the present scenario is there. We have reduced the poverty, we could develop the agriculture, those things you can mention. But what has happened was self-help groups were successful primarily in the southern states and there was more focus on the wage employment like MG and REGA. Most of the times self-employment, the livelihood generating activities, the scheme National Rural Livelihood Mission or SABLA, which talks about skill development or capacity building. The self-employment means the person would be strengthened by providing the skills and funds only till he got the capacity. He will not dependent on the government for a complete time. Only for a time being, government will provide him the security. This is like teach him how to catch a fish. Do not give him fish. Giving the fish is a kind of wage employment. It is still continuing. But because of some reasons, government still focus more on the wage employment, and self-employment has not got necessary attention. And still there is considerable amount of poverty, and infrastructure is not yet efficient. And we already see the social cleavages, means caste-based issues, or else women discrimination. Still they are strong in the rural areas, and funds are not sufficient. Backward and forward linkages could not develop. Realizing this, government has now come up along with the Niti Aayog is working with aspirational districts and aspirational block program. This is similar to the our IRDP. So this can be a good conclusion here. So this should not be stopped. This should be a continuous approach. There should be proper rural and urban continuum. We have already seen how the urban areas being developed from the smart city. We have already seen how the government is working on the agriculture development. So all these policies should go hand in hand, and proper comprehensive development can take place. I hope this discussion has helped. Thank you.